What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's project, the final of the brand new DLC cars. This is the Hammerdal Strale S. This is the Thor edition, the special performance edition. 85,712 kilometers on this one, so not too bad, but still very good. Got it from the auction house in very good condition. It was the nice auction house. As you can see, not available at the junkyard, which means it probably won't show up in the bad auction house. Another new engine on this one is a V8. It is a double overhead cam AXK engine, the SCRSM, especially for this vehicle. 1,014 factory horsepower on this one. Absolutely incredible. We're obviously going to be slamming performance parts in that today, making it as insane as we can. Probably going to end up over 2,000 horsepower. We may not even be able to keep it straight on the drag strip, but that's for a little bit later. We'll have to find out. Did I get a good deal on this one? I absolutely did. 191,885 is what we paid for it, and we could sell it for 218,983, making a profit of 27,098 before we even start. Absolutely incredible. Obviously, we're not going to do that, though. We've got a beautiful car to work on today, so that is what we're going to be doing. Let's get this over to the car wash, get it cleaned up, and let's get started. Here we are then at the car wash. Let's get this all cleaned. There we go. We know it's a purple body with a mismatched blue front bumper there, which we like. It wasn't too bad. It's still looking pretty good all the way around. Let's get the interior done, get it back on the lift, and then get that beast of a V8 ripped out of there and start getting everything stripped down. God of Thunder is in the air. This is Thor edition after all. Does have the oil pan, so we need to get that all drained. And let's get the oil drain. Over we go under the car. And let's get you all drained out. This shouldn't be too clean. It's pretty clean. I don't know what's going on. They all seem to be quite clean. 85,000 kilometers on it, and it's still got very clean oil. Obviously, well looked after. This, again, is rear-wheel drive, so we need to get these rear wheels and these drive axles off before we start. So I'm going to crack on with that, and I'll be back in just a moment. There we go. That's the wheels and drive axles out. Let's jump up. We need to grab this starter out of here. Out you come, and then we need to get this gearbox off. Nice and easy. No rusty bolts at the start of this one. I like that. Let's get these rear exhausts off. Out you come, out you come. This is what I used on my Atlantic Calope. Although I had a twin-turbo V8, this is not a twin-turbo V8, just a standard one. But it's still absolutely awesome with loads and loads of horsepower on it. So let's get that beast ripped out of there. Then down we go onto the ground. And let's go over and grab the engine lift crane. Over we go. Open the rear clamshell. Nice big old opening there. I like that. And out you come. We did get everything. Thank God. I thought I was going to miss something. Thank God. Thank the God of Thunder, Thor. Let's jump in here and see what we've got going on. So we've got an air filter straight away. Let's just get all the clips off of this one to make it a little bit easier a little bit later. There we go. Then over here, we've got a coolant reservoir. We've got an ECU. We've got a fuse box. Let's get the lid off of there. And a power steering reservoir. I think that's it. Nothing else in there that I can see. Let's jump down the front. We've got two fuel tanks, one on either side. We'll just grab this fuel pump out on the way through. Another fuse box hidden in there. Everything seems to have two fuse boxes these days. Then we got a wishy-washy reservoir, the ABS pumper module, two radiators with the double fan housing kits there. What else have we got? The brake servo and a battery just up here. Let's grab that battery out. I don't think I'm going to be able to do all of these liquids from everywhere. In fact, maybe I can, sort of, maybe here. No. Or if I scoot this way, no, I cannot. So I'm going to have to do them separately. I can reach them all from here, so never mind. We'll get them all from here. Right-click, additional tools, drain tools. Click and hold on the container, whichever one you want, and it will drain out. I'll be back in just a second. There we go. All the liquids drained. I did get them all this time as well. So let's start ripping it out. Out with the wishy-washy reservoir. Let's get these radiators and their fan housing kits out as well. Out you come. ABS, a module over on this side. Seems like it's the wrong way around, if you ask me. I feel like it should be the other way, but doesn't matter. It all fits in nonetheless. There you go. There's the brake servo out. That's everything from the front, apart from that fuse box, which I'll come back for. Coolant reservoir out. ECU. Again, I need to make sure we upgrade that one. Power steering reservoir, and then this lovely air filter out of here. Out you come, and out you come. Just left with that fuse box there, this fuse box over here, wherever it is, and the two fuel tanks. Let's check out the suspension. Rear end's pretty simple. We already know the drive axles are in and the wheels are on, so we're just looking for that bearing. It is there. Double wishbone with the shock. Fantastic. Bearing again. Yep, double wishbone with the shock. Let's jump down the front. Let's get this front wheel off and see what we've got going on under here. Nicely done. It's a double wishbone again. We've got the shock. We've got the sway bar end link. We've got the hubcap. We've got the bearing. We've got both rubber bushings and the inner and outer tie rod. That side is all there. Fantastic. Sway bar end link, inner and outer tie rod, hubcap and a bearing, +1 and 2 rubber bushings. Double wishbone with the shock. It is all there. Love to see it. I'll get all of this stripped out, get the engine bay stripped down, and then we'll be back to work on this beautiful Hammerdal Strale's beautiful, beautiful bodywork. See you in a bit. Where is the Hammerdal Strale going to finish today? We're not sure, but we need to sort the bodywork out. So let's crack on with that. That is everything repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back on. So let's get it all stripped down. Off with the hood, off with the front bumper, out with these lights here. Big curving windscreen. I love that one. Front fenders, we'll get them. We won't miss them this time. Anything else down there doesn't look like it. Out with the doors, mirrors and windows there and there. Off with the rear clamshell. That'll be a rear window as well. Is this part anything? Doesn't look like it. Then we got a rear bumper. That's obviously got all the tail lights as well. That may be everything. That was quite an easy strip down. Let's get the interior out. Out with these two glorious looking seats. I do quite like them. And that lovely steering wheel there. And let's check if that was everything. That's 1%. That's a good sign. And there is nothing on there. We have got everything. Now, I bought it for 191,000 and its frame is in 80%. So not bad at all. But I'm still going to say 1250. 2,500. Way, way, way off. But never mind. Let's jump into the shop. Bodywork shop for the Hammerdal Strale. There it is. That's all your normal pieces. Looking absolutely fantastic. You do also have the body tuning shop as well with an additional front and rear bumper, additional hood, and additional headlights and tail lights. Looking fantastic. Probably what we're going to go for on ours, being that it is the Thor edition. But I imagine most of it already is that part. So let's just jump on and start getting it all back together. Time to get Drag Thor all back together. Let's jump in and let's just get started. Now, I have bought the other hood just so I can show you the standard hood on there. You can see there's no vents in the middle or anything. Let's just get you off and put back on the performance one or the B one. It's got that lovely grey vent just in the front there, sorry, and 2 vents up on the side fenders. Looking absolutely incredible. The front bumper, also got 2 different ones of them. You can see that's the normal one, with a sort of a wider grille, sort of not as pointy in the middle there. Take that off and we'll get the B1 back on there, looking good. That one looks absolutely awesome, just with that fin right in the middle there, looking sweet. Right headlight, that is the performance one or the alternative one, whatever you want to call it. And on that side, that's the normal one. You can see the difference there. The B1s definitely look pretty sweet. I'm liking them. Out you come, and we'll get the B1s back in there, ready to go. Windscreen is just the windscreen, so it is what it is. This little fender piece here, make sure we get the one on the other side as well, so we don't forget. Also, the doors were as they were, so they've all just gone straight back on, and the windows straight back in there. Mirrors looking fantastic. On you go, in you go, and on you go there. Let's move around the back. Let's throw that rear window in before anything else, otherwise it's really hard to get to. Rear clamshell, on you go, and then we've got the trunk window there. And then rear bumper, we've got the old bumper, not was ever on it, but that's the basic one that comes with it normally. Looking pretty sweet. Let's get you off, and let's get the alternative bumper back on there. Looking absolutely incredible. That looks fantastic. It really does. I wish we could have had a centerpiece exhaust through there. That would look pretty sweet. That might be a job for me a little bit later on. Then we've got the right tail light is the your future one, the normal one, the one that's meant to be on this model. This is the basic one that comes with it. Still looks pretty cool, but not quite as cool as the B models there. So out you come, and in you go back in with them B lights. Looking awesome. For the license plate today, we've gone for Drag Thor, because that's what this is. Thor wearing a skirt. I mean, Thor on the drag strip. There we go. Looking absolutely fantastic. Let's get inside and let's get this bodywork. Bodywork? No, interior back in. So for the steering wheel, I kept it as it was, which is the M3 wheel. Wasn't my first choice, but I wanted something that looked modern, but still quite cool at the same time. I did want to throw the Pagani ones in there, but they were a bit over the top. And for the seats, I did actually just swap them back in for what they were. They look pretty good. They match the dashboard and things like that. Quite nice looking seats, so we'll leave them as they are. Have we got everything? Let's double check. 100%, 100%, 100%. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get this one over to the paint shop and see the liveries that come with the Hammerdal Strale. Here we are then in the paint shop with the Hammerdal Strale, looking absolutely beautiful. I love the look of this car. It is fantastic. Let's check out the liveries though in slot number 1. Oh, that's nice. So we've got carbon fibre across the hood, over across the roof and down into that rear clamshell. Looking great. It also does these side bits in the carbon fibre as well. Absolutely cool. I really like that. I think that looks really smart with some red outlines on the outside there. Pretty cool. Slot number 2. Exactly the same, but with some yellow outlines. Okay, let's just have a quick spin around. Yeah, it is looking exactly the same, but with the yellow stripe bits on the outside. And then slot number 3 is the same again with the blue stripes on the outside there. Now, I quite like all of them. They're pretty nice. That's all the liveries that come with it. I have made one more. What I'm thinking is I really like this metallic orange that's a factory colour with the carbon. I think that's looking pretty cool, but I don't like these in blue. They don't really work in yellow because it's orange, and the red also doesn't really work with the orange. So I created a new one. I just took it out of the game and then made it purple, and I think that purple going with the orange is going to look absolutely fantastic. Gives us an extra colour to play with around as well, which I really like. But this orange looks absolutely fantastic. So let's get it on there. On we go. Looking beautiful. Very pleased with that. Let's come out and see what we've got going on. Now, obviously, this is a metallic paint on the outside, but on the engine bay there, it's very matte orange. So we are going to use some of this metallic orange in the engine bay, but not too much. It's probably going to be a lot of black and a bit of purple with some splashes of the orange on there, but that should look cool. Underneath is probably going to be purple and black again with a splash of this orange. That's what I'm going to go for. I haven't fully decided yet, so I need to get everything painted, see how it turns out. I'll meet you back on the lifter in a minute when we'll start getting everything all back together. That's everything painted, ready to go back on the drag Thor. Looking absolutely insane. Let's get these springs together. Purple shocks, orange springs and purple caps. Looking fantastic. Maybe a bit too purple. We shall see. Same with the fronts as well. Purple, orange, purple. Looking pretty good. Let's get it all on and let's start getting this all back together. So the front suspension cross member is in that metallic-y purple. Looking absolutely fantastic. In with the rubber bushings. Nicely done. Then we've got the steering rack, which is just in a black, and the sway bar itself, which is in orange there. The inner tie rod, in a purple, and then the front steering knuckle also in a purple with the outer tie rod in an orange. Looking pretty good. Then the bottom suspension arms are in black. Same as last time, actually. The upper and lower are both in the black there. Looking pretty good. On we go. Nice splash of black. Black, purple, and orange still fitting really well. Shocks we've obviously already seen, but they look fantastic. Then we got the sway bar end link also in that purple. And then we got the front axle knuckle cover in black. The front wheel hub in the purple with, when we get there, we got the bearing, we got the brake disc. Then we've got the wheel hub cap in an orange, brake pad on, and then the brake caliper in a metallic, no, not in a metallic orange, in a chrome orange. Looking absolutely fantastic, but it does all fit in. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. Maybe go for a splash of purple on the wheels and then be able to see that orange brake caliper through there. Looking pretty good. Let's get down the back and get this all together as well. Rear knuckle in the purple, and then obviously the upper and lower suspension arms in that black. Looking great. On we go, on we go. And then let's get you in at the top. Nicely done. Looking good. Then the spring or the shock itself looking fantastic. I love that. The orange and the purple I think looks great on them. Knuckle cover, then the rear wheel hub in the purple. On we go with the bearing and the brake disc. Now, this shouldn't let me put the drive axle through. Yes, it doesn't. The last one did, oddly enough, but never mind. And then on with that brake caliper, ready to go. Ready to get everything in when the engine's done. Fuel tanks are both in a purple. Let's just get them in just for good measure. And then the pump itself I did in a black. Looking pretty good. Quite pleased with that. Let's get on and get the rest of the suspension all finished. Then sort out the engine bay and then move on to that beautiful double overhead cam V8 engine, which I'm hoping is going to look absolutely incredible. There we have it. The body is very orange and then underneath is very purple, and I quite like that. Few splashes of orange on there for good measure, just keeping the black in as well. Looking fantastic, but we need to get on and get these engine bays all back together. Let's start with the brake servo and then the ABS pumper module down here. Haven't bothered painting this because it is totally, completely, 100% hidden. Cannot see it from anywhere apart from in this mode here. The wishy-washy reservoir, in you go. Then we've got beautiful purple radiators looking absolutely fantastic. Swing around to the back. fan housing kits are in black, and then the actual fans are in chrome purple. They're looking absolutely fantastic. On you go there, looking stunning. Very, very pleased with them. Just up here, we've got a lovely little fuse box. Now, this is in a matte sort of gloss normal orange color there. You can see it from outside. I will show you it a little bit later on. Let's jump down the back and carry on though. We've got the coolant reservoir up here. We've got the I can't even click on it. The ECU down here and the power steering reservoir just there. This fuse box is in a very orange engine bay, and I've done that one in a chromed out purple. Hopefully it's going to look awesome. It will match the air filter, which is also in that beautiful chrome purple. Let's just get this all together. Get these clips on. There we go. Just in black. I did sort of teeter with them orange, but I didn't think it worked. So we just went back to black on them. And no more song lyrics, please. On we go. That's looking fantastic. I'm going to crack on, get these fuse boxes finished, and then we'll jump in and build that beautiful V8 engine. I'll see you in the other room in just a little while. Time to get this beautiful V8 engine all back together. You can see the block and the oil pan are both in black, all ready to go. So let's just start throwing it on. We're actually going to start with the engine heads. They are in a lovely metallic purple on there, looking beautiful. Let's just get you all bolted down. On you go, and jump over to the other side as well. In you go. Looking great. I think they look fantastic. The black onto the purple looks really, really good there. We've got the camshafts to go in. In fact, I'm going to move up here a little bit. We've got camshafts to go in, cam gears to go on, and spark plugs to get in. So I'm going to crack on and get all of that done, and I'll be back in 1 second. There we go. Spark plugs, camshafts, and cam gears all in. Let's move down the front and get this all ready to go. In with the first timing belt, in with the second timing belt. Then we got a beautiful purple timing cover going on there. On you go. Looking great. Then we've got a orange water pump looking good. Orange power steering pump, in we go, and then an orange alternator over here as well to get you on, plus an orange crankshaft pulley. Then we've got a purple water pump pulley. On you go there, slightly different to the rest of it, but looking good. And then all of these rollers are in a black, so I'll just get all of them in quick. There we go, that's that taken care of. That's all the front we can do for the moment. Let's move on up. Let's get the engine head cover on, also in a chromed purple on there. Looking absolutely beautiful. Let's just get you all bolted down and ready to go. In you go, on you go there. Looking great. Then if we just drop down here, the oil filter is in an orange, and also the fuel filter is also in an orange there. Looking good. On with the other head cover in your beautiful chrome purple. Absolutely fantastic. Really do love that. The black purple with the splashes of orange is looking very, very good. We've got ignition coils to go in, so let's just whack they all in. In you go, and in you go there. Then we've got a coil cover on the top in an orange. I think that looks pretty good. Gives us our purple and orange theme of the build. On with the other side. And let's just get you on there. Yeah, I do think they look absolutely great. Purple on the orange really does work. Just sort of splashed out a little bit by the black. Intake manifold for the supercharger, also in a beautiful orange there. And then the supercharger itself in a metallic purple, just sitting on the top. Looking absolutely stunning. Let's get this front all finished. Black belt. Then we've got an orange tensioner just there. Another black belt. On you go. And then one last idle roller just there in black, just to finish off that front. Looking pretty good. Let's go up. We've got, if I could get there we go. The throttle itself in that metallic orange. Very, very good. Then we've got the fuel rails also in the orange there. On we go. They're both chromed out orange because they just had plasticky parts, so it looked a bit weird with the plasticky orange on there. Looking very good, though. I like the metallic orange and the metallic purples there. Last piece to go on is the exhaust manifold, which are chromed purple, which means the rest of the exhaust is also all purple chromed out. Looking fantastic. Hopefully, it is time to grab some pictures and get it all dropped in, though. So I'm going to get this finished, pictures done, and I'll be back in just a minute. The purple and orange looks fantastic. I really am loving that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But let's get this one dropped in. But just before we do that, I remembered I forgot the battery. So let's just get that battery in there. On you go. That's looking awesome on that side. Then on this side is where the fuse box is. I kept that in a normal colour rather than going for the metallic colour. It was a bit too much. But down at the back here where the engine goes in, the two chromed out purple bits are really showing off. So let's get the engine dropped in and see how good it looks against it. Away you go, crane. And let's have a look. That's looking pretty cool. Quite pleased with that. The metallic purples, or the chromed purples, really going with some of the chrome and the metallic on that engine. Looking beautiful. We'll just close that and see what it's like through the window. Looking pretty sweet. Up you go. We've got the gearbox, the drive axles, and the last bits of the exhaust to go in as well. Under we go. Let's start with the gearbox. I nearly missed it. It is just in black to go against that engine block there. Looking pretty sweet. Up we go to the starter, which is in a purple, just bouncing off the rest of the engine there. Drive axles, they're in an orange because of the black into the purple there. Didn't want to do it purple or black. So let's get the other side in there. On you go. Looking good. And then let's get it all finished off with these chromed purple exhaust pieces. If I could get them all in. There we go. Get you in there and you in here. And let's just take a step back and see how good that looks from underneath. That looks absolutely incredible. And then you've just got the chrome pipes just sticking out through that diffuser there. Looking pretty sweet. I'm very pleased with that. Looking fantastic. I'm going to do some wheels, get all the liquids topped up, get some windows tinted, and then we'll be outside with this one all finished in the sun. Here we are then, almost finished with the Hammerdal Strale. The interior is no longer in it, so we do need to get that put back in. As we swing around here, I did add some colour to these seats. Just some purple down the centre there. Looking pretty smart on there. And then just a little bit on the steering wheel. Slightly different to before. We've got top, middle and bottom in that purple. Everything else not. You can see how different it shows up when it's on a not metallic-y surface there. Looks very peculiar, but it should still look good nonetheless. You can just about see it through the windscreen without the glare, but through the passenger door, if I could get it open. Very blue, but looking pretty smart in there. I'm liking that. This is looking beautiful. I've really enjoyed this one. You got the battery on that side and then a fuse box on this side there. That engine looking absolutely insane. I really do love that engine. I think it looks beautiful. And then on to these wonderful, wonderful rims. Now, these are the rims 2B, and I have gone up a little bit in size. You can see we did the wheels in a purple to sort of go with that purple tiny stripe on the hood there. And I did say I was going to do the rims themselves in a purple, but I tried it in purple and it was way too much. So I went with the orange instead. And I think it really fits it well, especially with them at chrome orange brake calipers showing through there. The front wheels, these are a 20-inch rim with a 245 width and a 30 profile on there. And then down the back as we go further down, these are slightly bigger. These are a 21-inch rim with a 325 width and a 25 profile on there. Looking pretty smart. Quite pleased with them. I think this whole car looks absolutely fantastic. Very pleased with it. But let's jump inside, check out the interior and see what this one sounds like. Now, these purples haven't shown up quite as purple as they did everywhere else. But look at the digital gauges in here. That digital dashboard looks cool. That digital screen in the center console. And then all the controls on the dials there. Looking pretty smart. Window isn't too tinted. The roof isn't tinted at all by the looks of that, but I'm sure it is. But it's looking cool. Let's get this V8 started up and see what it sounds like. Nice grumble. Very typical of the V8s in this game, but let's give it some gas and see if it's got any cool sounds. Not my favourite engine, if I'm being honest. It sounds good. It sounds mean. I still like it. We are missing some turbo whistle at the top end, which is one of my favourite things. But there it is. Let's get this one onto the dyno and see what power we've got today. Time to jump in and try and figure this ECU tune out while you're all here with me. So let's go. Let's just see if we can figure out. Now, what we want to do is get 4 in the same number is a good place to start. Very, very difficult to achieve. This one needs to come down 1. This one also needs to come down 1. And then that... Oh, if I jump that down 1 now, that's going to take them other 2 up. So let's try and bring these all down 1 as well. Hopefully try and... Oh, right, they're all at -2. That's a good start. Now, if I just click these until they're all level, and hopefully this... Oh, it won't work. It's ever so slightly out, but it's not far out. Now we've got something going. If we just go down 1 on all of these, they should all end up level at a different height than they were before. That's not going to work. So we'll just go down 1 in each of these again. Keep going down. And then where are we? There we go. Bang on. A perfect match. Done it. Plus 16%. All 6s on all of them. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get that one applied. Brilliant. No ECU. Just done the ECU. No carburetor to tune on this one. And I haven't done the gearbox yet. So let's get onto the dyno and see what power she's got. Here we are then on the dyno with the Hammerdal Strale S the Drag Thor edition, and it's V8 double overhead cam 8XK engine with 1,014 horsepower from factory. How much have we added today? Let's have a look. It should be good. Wow, 1,183 horsepower gained, 117%, bringing us up to 2,197 horsepower from the Hammerdal Strale. That's actually pretty epic. Let's go check out the gearbox tuning setup today. There it is, 3.55 ratio, not that much different from the start. I didn't really change any of the gears, I just changed the ratio, and I think I've got a good one here. 86k in first gear, 463k in sixth. Should be pretty good, and also you've already seen the ECU perfectly tuned. So let's just get this one onto the drag strip. Another tournament again today. Can the Hammerdal Strale beat the Mayen at T8? Let's head over, let's find out. Here we are back at the Doonaway Stripe Raceway. Let's get into the King of Sands competition. A 1 mile A class as we're A999. £1,000 entry fee. Let's get going. Oh, that's a me version. That should absolutely dominate. That is top of the speederboard right now. What else have we got down here? The FTE. That's insanely fast as well. What else have we got? Which is really weird because that wasn't in my game earlier. That was one that was missing. Anyway, our first race is actually against the FTE as well. So let's get involved and let's head over. Well, there it is, the Rayfield Caliburn FTE, which is the French Toast exclusive. That one is insanely fast. It was very close to beating the McLaren, or the closest we'd seen to beating the McLaren until the Batmobile. But let's get in, let's get started, let's go, let's try and win another competition. Off the line, we actually got away off the line, into second, into third. That Caliburn is away, gone into the distance. Can we even catch it? Are we going to be out in the first round? I think we might be. An insane, insane vehicle. Well, if we are out, we will go and do a couple of 1v1s just to see. There we go. We absolutely got destroyed by the Rayfield Caliburn. An insane, insane vehicle. Well, our first run was at the 8.286 at the quarter of a mile, 19.067 at the 1 mile at 454 kilometers an hour, but we got destroyed by the Rayfield Caliburn at 7.703 on the quarter of a mile, 18 seconds just over on the 1 mile at 500 kilometers an hour. That was insane. That is pretty mad. But we're out of this tournament, so let's just go and do a couple more 1v1s just to get a base score. Well, we got absolutely destroyed by the Rayfield Caliburn. Let's jump in to the Nissan Skyline GTR. In that tournament, this is what won the tournament. So let's give it a go and see if we can beat it. Oh, that is the drag edition as well. That is looking mean on the line, but we've got to try and beat it. So let's just get going and hope we can do this. Ready, off we go. We actually got off the line, into second, into third. Well, it hasn't pulled away like the FTE did, so that's a good sign so far. Doing quite well. Still behind us by the looks of that. We are going to win this one, I do believe. I'm not 100%, but I do believe we might. Let's keep going. Come on, you can do it. Over the line. That is what we like to see. Bit of rubbing there. Well, was that any better than last time? And very quickly, let's have a look. 8.233. We had an 8.286, so no. Although the 1 mile was definitely faster there. We had a 19.067, and that is an 18.974, but still with a 454 kilometers an hour speed. We'll do one more, and then we'll call it a day. Well, we definitely might get our ass kicked here. This is the Batmobile Speederboard Crusher, the one that destroyed the previous Speederboard top speed. I'd say destroyed. The McLaren F1 was very close, but it's the only thing that ever beat it. So let's give this a go and probably get our asses handed to us. Well, there it is, the Speederboard Crusher. Number 1 on the old Speederboard. I'll show you that on the wall inside a bit later. Let's get our final run, though, for this beautiful Hammerdal Strale, the Drag Thor edition. Can we beat the Speederboard Crusher? Let's go. Off the line, we did get away into second. Oh, that is gone. Into third, that is well and truly gone. But can we catch it? We can, and we fly past it as well. I'm actually a bit surprised by that, but there we go. I thought this was going to be a bit harder. It is still behind us. I think we've definitely got this one in the bag. Thought it would do better, but there we go. That was very quick off the line. What sort of speed did we get this time? Slightly better than last time, but still not better than our first run. 8.295 for the quarter, 19.075 for the 1 mile, and 453 for the speed, so a bit slower. So the one we'll be marking down is the first run we did, where we did technically lose, but there we go, with an 8.286 quarter of a mile, a 19.067 1 mile, and a 454 kilometers an hour top speed. Fantastic. Let's get back to the garage. There we go. New in at number 2, the Hammerdal Strale S Thoor edition. 2,197 horsepower, our highest horsepower so far. 8.233 to the quarter of a mile. Very, very quick there. 18.974 to the 1 mile. Still a little bit slower than Delilah to the 1 mile, but still a very good speed. 454 kilometers an hour, 282 miles an hour from that one. Still not as good as the Alente Calope, the drag edition from myself there. Looking awesome, but very, very good nonetheless. Very pleased with that. Unfortunately, pushing Delilah down to 3rd now. And obviously the new image of the Hammerdal Strale on there. Looking sweet. Let's go out and check it out before we say goodbye, though. There she is, looking absolutely beautiful. I've loved this one. It has been a lot of fun today, even if it is a bit finicky where you want to click sometimes. There we go. But look at that. That purple and orange engine looks absolutely insane. Loving the interior. Wish it was a little bit darker on there, though. And apart from that, it just looks absolutely beautiful. Very, very pleased with it. Let's get it all closed up, and then let's talk about some facts and figures. Now, if you stuck around for long enough at the beginning, you'd have saw that I paid $191,885 for this one, making a profit of $27,098 before we even started, which is absolutely incredible. But since then, we've spent a further $93,280 modifying that. You can see the engine through the side vents there. That's pretty cool. Sorry, yeah, that was $93,280 modifying this car, putting our total spend, including buying it, at $285,165. Not bad at all. Can we make a profit from this one? Let's jump in and let's find out. What is that poking through there? A little bit of extra random carbon fiber. I must have broken the livery when I made my own. I didn't notice that before. Bit bizarre. Don't know what's happening there, but there we go. Never noticed that. But anyway, on to that. Can we make a profit? Let's find out. Let's have a look. It is the Thoor edition, 85,000 kilometers. We didn't have to do that much testing today. It was pretty good. Engine now up to 2,197 horsepower. A gain of 117%. Very, very good on there. But can we make a profit? Wow, 484,576 is the sale price. Take away our 285,165, leaves us with 199,411. But we did enter a drag tournament that we didn't even win the first race on, which cost us 1,000. So our actual profit for the day is 198,411. Pretty good from the Hammerdal Strale, the last of the 4 DLC cars that came with the drag racing DLC. Really enjoyed them. Now it's time to get on to something different. So let's say goodbye to the Hammerdal Strale. Off you go, Drag Thoor. You were a lot of fun. I did really enjoy that. What have we got up next? Well, I'm hoping, as long as it stays inside my game until the next video, we're going to be doing another Bone Shaker from a Gollywog. These are beautiful. I love the Bone Shaker. This is officially the drag edition. Not one I've made myself. This is one that came with it from a Gollywog. A drag variant of this. Absolutely insane. It has the V8 2-carb overhead valve supercharged engine in it with 929 factory horsepower. We are going to leave it at that. Hopefully that's going to poke up and look awesome. Did we get a good deal on this? No, but not bad. 15,984 is what I paid for this one, and I could sell it for 15,053, only losing out on 931, which isn't bad at all. That is for next time. I do hope you did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps me out. We are trying to get up towards the 1,000 subscriber mark. We're a long way from that, though. My next main goal is 500. We may do a special video when we get there. I'm not sure. Any ideas from you? Love to hear them in the comments below. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.